XGF thinks she didn't cheat. Hi, this is my first ever Reddit post. I'm Dutch, 25M, and I've now a Polish XGF, 20F. She ended our relationship in not a fancy way after 3 years, 1 year of those we lived together in the Netherlands. I will split it in 2 parts to get some better view of the situation. Part 1, the breakup. Friday night, I came home around 18:00 from a 70-hour outdoor project in another city. I came in and found her all dressed up ready to leave, looking like she wanted to be gone before I came home. She didn't want to tell me where she will go and with who. Only in the doorway she quickly whispered I need to be alone. This didn't raise immediate suspicion, but it did not make me feel all too well. So I started to worry. I know she doesn't have many places to go this time of the day. I called someone over to prevent me from doing something stupid because my tired body-mind could not take it, and I felt an adrenaline rush coming. After some wild thoughts of where she might be hanging around, and if we should go look, I got a message at 23 Bjorder Imp with a girlfriend, followed by I will stay the night there. This, of course, did raise some concerns and suspicion. I still didn't know where and with who, but I didn't want to blow it up. I was on 2 hours sleeps. I only thanked her for letting me know and wished her a good night. On to Saturday, big part of that day, I was stressing the F out, but I did got to know from a mutual friend that she will go to the sea. Meanwhile, I heard nothing from her until 17 how, when she only told me she won't come home again. This raised even more concerns, but I still didn't want to take any drastic action. My mind-body was still recovering from the week, and I had at least some contact with mutual friends that could update me. So I kept quiet and quickly forced myself to sleep with the thought of she must know what she is doing on to Sunday, the big day. That day, I heard nothing from her again. I was texting more mutual friends thinking if we should go look somewhere. But then she came home in the evening, looking completely lost. And then it all happened fast for me. She sits, is it, and before could even ask anything, she ended the relationship. Turns out she used the week I was away from home to think. She was already forcing herself into the relationship for a couple months and was not being her true self anymore. Our culture collided too much, and our way of communication in English isn't what she wants anymore, even though she was about to get language courses through her work. And after we were done talking, which only was for about 10 minutes, she left again to stay with that girlfriend. So that's mostly how the breakup moment looked and the biggest things that caused it. If you want more details, it can be asked. So now on to part 2, and why I'm actually here. You can already guess it by now. From that Friday of her already being prepared to leave until coming home Sunday evening and leaving again was one big tangle of lies from her part. I found 2 unknown boxer shorts on the drying rack Monday evening. Shortly after that discovery, she came to prepare packing her stuff. She saw that I found the boxers and said she planted them there so I would find it out like that first. Then a 5-minute bombshell came because it created the opportunity she needed to tell the truth. Friday, she met with a Polish coworker, which she was already having text contact with for some weeks. That Friday, they slept in a car, Saturday in a hotel. She took his boxers and all other clothes they used in the hotel home to wash. Sunday, after the official breakup, she went to his house and hooked up. She didn't tell me when, but she assures me it only happened after the breakup. Okay, shit, I say, did I just got cheated on? Well, she thinks not, because there was no physical contact before the official breakup on Sunday. I find that hard to believe still, because they did spend some nights together already, but let's just all believe it. She thinks that all the weeks of them having contact through texts doesn't count. Our final words looked like this before she went away. Her argument, there was no physical contact before the official breakup on Sunday, so it's not cheating. My counter, during the time you still had a partner, you were getting emotional connected to some other guy, and you must have been creating some tension through all those weeks of texting. How else could you end up hooking up with him so easy after a breakup? So, to circle back to the main question, did my ex-GF cheat, and why is the answer a yes? I want to use useful answers from others' POV besides our inner circles to try and put her and people she is wrapping around her fingers out of being in denial. It's creating already tension between mutual friends and sides are being picked, without me having the opportunity to have any say in it. Thank for reading, feel free to ask anything. Update. I got to know that the guy did the complete same. He was also planning to dip out of his relationship. Both were just afraid to do it the right way. I'm 100% convinced it was a planned event for weeks. They are now waiting until his ex moves out so they can start living together. With her way of telling the stories, she already convinced her mother and her aunt, who is one of my best friend's mother, to not see this as cheating, which created a F-load of tension in the family and our circles. I already know that some of my relationships and view of some people I was close with will change, but if that has to be, so be it. Update 2. I went to look deeper into the term of monkey branching and read some stories about it. Now, after some days and a lot of useful information I got to know from people noticing her behavior at work, I've came to the conclusion she did exactly that, monkey branching. Starting a emotional, mentally relationship with another person while already having a partner, and only shoving me aside when she was 100% sure she would not end up without a roof over her head or somebody that would take care of her. People gave me the opportunity to talk more and tell my side of the story, which was built upon that monkey branching. Now, those people can do what they want with both stories. Some cut me off, some cut her off, but I'm happy most stayed neutral in all this. Now, with help of this post, I found a way to tell my story and what extreme feelings I experienced the last few days. Now I won't tell those feelings are gone, but I did share them in a good way with the people close to me, which was the goal of this post. It will be a help on getting me back on my feet. Thank you all, and specifically the people that mentioned the monkey branching. It helped a lot in finding a good way to tell people. I hereby won't update the post anymore or respond to comments. You can, of course, still write me a PM if you want to know a bit more or just on how I'm doing, or just talk.